We're living in a day and age where in the 80s we were told that we were in white water. Change was inevitable. But what is happening now is we are in a situation where change cannot be fully anticipated. In fact, our political leaders are talking a lot about, as are our economists on Wall Street, that we are, quote, in uncharted waters. Well, if we're in uncharted waters, I can't rely on what I learned at school or in the last book I read, because that was at a time when it was more predictable than it is now. So the question is, how do we have those learning capabilities ratcheted up so that we can learn rapidly in an accelerating change environment which has a lot of unpredictability about it? That is the kind of world we are merging into. So it isn't a matter of will it be business as usual. It can't be, because many businesses don't even exist yet, for which many of you will participate in if you are not 65 and quitting already. Although, as I understand it, many 65-year-olds can't afford to quit working anyway. So what is this thing I'm talking about? I'm talking about a process that's obviously related to change, and it's obviously related to learning. As you'll all recall, Albert Einstein once said you cannot solve a problem with the same level of thinking that generated the problem. That means you have to think differently. Well, if you're going to think differently, what are you going to have to do? You're going to have to learn something in order to think differently. So the question is, how do we get inside heads and help people begin to re-tap their ability to learn, much as they were capable of learning when they were a small child?